Hi, everyone. I am Tanya Farron. It is such a pleasure to be with you this Monday night to talk to you about AI and all things with Ruby AI. I want to introduce to you my guest tonight. All right. So I have Leah Garcia here with me. Leah, thanks for being here tonight and tell everybody a little bit about you. What do you do?
Thank you so much, Dr. Tanya. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here today. My name is Leah Garcia, financial strategist, and it's my mission to help families properly protect, distribute, and transfer their wealth. And when they do that, we build this legacy and we create generational and multi generational wealth. So I love to start with the end in mind, which is one of my favorite topics, living trusts, because if I know where families want to go, how they want to leave their assets, and we can reverse engineer their strategy. And really, what happens is that's why they get the buy-in to do the things that they need to do in order to be able to accomplish that, right? I don't believe in budgets. I believe in spending plans. So hopefully that resonates.
I love that. That is incredible. Very incredible. So it's an important topic because we do need to always be prepared, right? With a plan on our spending, a plan on our assets and those things. So that's great that you are doing that. I love that so much. I didn't introduce myself too much to everyone. So I'm Tanya. I am an educator, always will be an educator for my whole life. I am currently a middle school virtual principal, but I also own two companies. I own Creative Living Ideas, where I've written 9 different books. Five of them are self-care journals. I do professional development for educators as well as professional development for everyone. I have a couple of big summits that happen every year or conferences that happen each year. And so those are some of the things that I do on a daily basis. I also own a property management company. We have property in Florida that is a rental. So lots of things that are going on in life. And then all of a sudden, Ruby fell into my lap. And Ruby AI was not something I was looking for or needing something else to do. But Ruby has made my life so different, and it has been so much fun learning a little bit about AI through the platform of Ruby. And so I wanted to bring Leah along here. Leah is one of the members on my team of Ruby AI, and she has done some pretty incredible things with Ruby. And I thought it would be really great for everyone to be able to hear it. People that are in, a different realm than I am in professionally, but AI is connecting us together. So tell them, how did you get introduced into Ruby AI, Leah?
That's a great question. And I have to tell a story. Okay. Because the amazing Chesda shared this with me. And I immediately looked at it and I said, this is not relevant for me. Okay, I love you. I think you're awesome, but I don't see how this can work for me. I don't need any kind of fancy photos. And this looked to me like it was something that was just about creating these, and beautiful, by the way, photos, but I didn't make the connection. And Chess is so wonderful. And I thank her so much because she's so gracious and patient. She understood that I wasn't getting this. Okay, I wasn't connecting the dots. And so I just kept watching what she was doing and watching some different things. And then she shared it with me again. So sometimes people may not get this right away. I'm in a very professional or traditional industry, let's put it that way. So content is more about words, it's more about information. It's not really, in my mind, about photos. Okay, so I will circle back to that. Okay. And so when I started, she was sharing with me how some people in my industry were using this, and I thought, okay, let me take another look. And so when I took that second look, I just said, I need to acquiesce. Just be obedient, Leah. Just do it. I mean, good grief, it's so affordable. It's not like it's thousands of dollars, right? But I just felt like I don't need another thing. I just don't have the bandwidth for it. But I went ahead, and she's so wonderful. She walked me through it. We created a persona. And so I went through the 7-day recommendation. And so that's how I really got introduced to it. I got introduced to it by, thankfully, someone who's very, very patient, because somebody else might have said, this is the wrong person. I can't help her. She's closed minded. She's just not open to this. But thankfully, I have a beautiful friend who is very gracious and very, very patient.
That is a great story. That's a great story about Ruby, because a lot of people do think that that's not really for me. I don't really need that. I don't need one more thing. I don't have time for that right now. And it is really an incredible tool that really makes life far more efficient and really pretty simple. And there's so much you can do with it, whether you just like to be creative, whether you're going to use it for your business, you're going to use it for your family. There's so many different components that you can use it. I was the same way, Leah. I was in the middle of wrapping up the Work-Life Balance Summit, did not have time to really dig in. And then when I did, I was hooked. And I've had a couple other people. I recently had someone sign up who has been wanting to sign up, but just kind of had to get life kind of put in order. And then she's like, I'm in, I'm excited, I'm ready to play. So let's talk about some of the amazing things that Ruby can do and that you used Ruby for, being a financial strategist. I mean, I'm sure your documents and things like that have to already be so legally formed and prepared and organized, right? But how did you able to use Ruby?
Yeah, and really, I do a lot of content, and I'm going to ask you some questions if it's okay about that.
Yeah.
How I started to use it was I went through the first 7 day campaign, and formulated and reformulated the persona, which is nice because entered information, tried to see how the output came, and then kind of went back and rejiggered it. So I had a 7 day campaign that I felt good about, and I started to share it. And again, I was resistant. Some of the pictures that came up were just not the right thing. And so I played with that, adjusted that a little bit, which is what I like. You can reformulate that pretty easily and quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And after about day 4, I was really shocked because I saw my engagement. I wouldn't say that my engagement changed as far as number wise, but it changed as far as the people that I was attracting were very much my tribe, very much my vibe, not just from the product perspective, but people that I just really enjoyed this engagement with, people that I would sit down and just have a cup of coffee with, or, go on a
Yeah.
walk with, or have dinner with. And so that really, when I noticed that, that was the switch for me. It really was. I said, okay, there's something to this. It is these wonderful avatars that come up and these beautiful photos that are just so decadent. However, it's really about whatever AI is doing, it's really attracting the people that are going to really receive your message the way that you're intending it.
Absolutely. So these are some images. These are not images. This is my computer. So these are the things that I have created that Leah was kind of talking about, tweaking and changing some images, but there is an image section in here. So let's talk about that, were you able to build a persona, Leah? Did you build your
I
persona
was,
before you did
yeah.
that? Okay. So
Mhm.
building your persona is really important because that is your target audience. And I'm going to show you all the persona, and you can see how this works. So every package, it's a subscription package. It's, you can do it, as a customer for $20, $30, $55 a month, depending on how much you want. I have the highest package. That's the one that I like. It works for me. I have people on the 15. I have people that are on the 30. But this is my company, Creative Living Ideas. This was pulled just from my website, and you can grab your website. It can scrape it. It will tell you, or extract it, I should say. It will give you your demographic or your profile. So once Leah said, things were starting to come to her because, it was her tribe, it was her voice, because she was now marketing to this correct group of people. So once you create and build a persona, this is my persona. This is my group. I'm mostly speaking to people that are married with children. I give parenting courses. I've written a parenting book. Income level, their interest in hobbies are similar to mine. And so you're able to build that brand out. So it's really nice to have that. And then went in and she said she was able to build a campaign, a 7-day social media campaign, I believe, correct?
Yeah.
So we have a lot of you have heard of like ChatGPT, Claude, those types of chats. Well, right now we have Ruby Chat, and we will be having those additional chats when version 2 comes out. And you have an Ask Ruby. So most people are used to this type of AI where you can go in and you can type in, tell me about da da da. Like we're looking for a new word other than book study. And so exploration of the book, literary analysis. So it was able to output that information for me. However, you know, you have to know exactly how to ask it. So the developers at Ruby created these modules, and these modules are specific prompts for you to be able to use. There's over 152 pre-built modules. Again, this is version 1. Version 2 is coming out soon. This is a 7-day social media module. You could just use this module. It's prepared and ready for you to go. So you would add in whatever persona that you're building, or that you have. I imagine Leah has her financial strategist persona for her company. So she's able to, market that group. And then she can describe a product in here. Now, I'm not going to describe Leah's product because I don't know Leah's product, and that would take a while. So let me go ahead and grab something from my notes here, and I will show you what I mean. So this is the Work-Life Balance Summit that's coming soon in October for me. And then I just drop in as many words as I possibly can. There's 1,200 words here. And I'm going to call it the Work-Life Balance Summit. And then the start date, maybe I want it on a Sunday. And then what social media platform am I going to target to? So I lost your faces. Excuse me. I had to flip you all around here. And then I select that platform, pretty much prominent on LinkedIn, but you've got other choices on here. And then you click generate. And oops, I forgot to add my tone in my voice. Do I want it informative, supportive, empathetic? You know, Leah's probably wanting informative. Maybe she wants that on hers. Educational. What language do I want it? We have a variety of language, more to come with version 2, lots more languages to come, which is incredible. And then out popped what Leah was talking about. Like it told her what to do for 7 straight days. Leah, jump in. Did you do anything else at this point with this product?
Well, I reformulated my persona several times. So I looked at the campaign, and when I saw that it was a little bit off, just slightly, I went back, adjusted the tonality, and then just kept reformulating that. And then I did what I saw was a hint with one of the shows that you had was copy and paste that. You want to save that, but also copy and paste it to a Word doc. Also, that way it allows you to toggle back and forth. And that made it really, really simple, easy, no brainer. You can pick the photos now from there. And so that's what I did was I started to select the photos that resonated with me that I enjoyed.
Perfect. So the reason she said this is version 1, this isn't staying here, but it is in version 2. So that is important to know. But I do copy this and paste it in a document. So I could just create a new Google Doc here. You're not seeing this page, that's fine. But for me, I'm copying and pasting it here so that I have it if in the event that it goes away. Because now when I look at this is what Leah was saying. In here, it tells you the post. It tells you what you should say. Join us for an empowering virtual experience at the Professional Work-Life Balance Summit on October 4th and 5th, where you can learn effective strategies to strike a balance between work and life. Work-life balance, professional development. Those are 2 hashtags. Then it says, suggested accompany image description, an image of a diverse group of professionals engaged in a discussion. And then I could caption it, empower yourself with the knowledge to harmonize your personal and professional spheres. Register now. And then the best time to post is 6 p.m. Now, I'm going to tell you, Leah, I did the same thing. I actually, before last weekend, I just told you I was out of town in New York. And when I was out of town, before I went out, I wanted to clear my schedule. I set up my posts on LinkedIn for the end, all the way to the end of the month. Like they're done within like an hour of me sitting down and doing that, which is incredible. So we'll come back to that. I just wanted to say thank you, David, for being here. We appreciate you being here. Yay. Let's go, Leah. And Lisa, thank you so much for being here. She's an amazing person. If you're not following her, make sure that you do. And Charito, Chiedza, and Christy, thanks so much for being here as well. I'm sorry I'm not seeing you in my chat. If you are popping up, I apologize. I apologize. So let's look at this and grab this image. So we can grab this image of a diverse group of professionals and copy that, just that spot, go into Virtual Studio, add that prompt in. I like Dolly 3. It comes up a little faster. All of these things are based on credits. So these images are based on credits. So your packages are based on the credits and the words that you use. Again, I have the large package, but I also use it all the time. And you can see I have lots of words and lots of credits to be able to go through and use. So it's pretty plenty for the things that I do. I do use it for social media posts a lot. So this is a really great image. This is a beautiful image that I could certainly use for the Work-Life Balance Summit if I wanted to. And then it saves, and it saves the prompts, and it saves in the image gallery. So you're able to grab that from there. Then you can go in, and I don't know if you did this part, Leah. You can go in, you can use that image, you can copy it, you can go back into this social media post, and you can do a one-shot social media post.
I'm not sure I understand.
My watch just wants to keep listening to me. So you can go into this one-shot social media post, and this jazzes it up a bit. Did you do this one, Leah?
I have not done that yet.
Okay, try the one shot. Go back into your persona. What do you want it to be? I'm going to still go with informative and educational in English. Open that up. Now, this is where you would either go back to your saved content here to grab it, or you could go back to your document. Now that is going to change. Like I said, in version 2, it's going to be much better. But they're working on a lot of patents and things with version 2 for us to just make it top notch. And so it's incredible. So here is the actual post that it recommended. And then I can generate that, and out will come a really nice post that I can copy, I can paste, I can make some changes in. I don't like it when they add a person's name in here. I must have a person's name somewhere on my site. And then I can redo it if I don't like it and make it different. And I can redo it again if I don't like it again. It does take from my word balance, but I'm able to do that. Then I can take this and I can copy it. And I know you guys can't see this right now. But I can just drop it in LinkedIn, and I can drop that image into LinkedIn also. So it's pretty awesome, pretty easy to do. And it's all in one place. So Leah, what else are you thinking about?
Yeah, I've used ChatGTP before. And the difference is here for me is that putting the visual with the words is really where the secret sauce is. And so one thing that I used it for, and this is what really sold me. Okay, the 4-day was great. And then we had a post, we do something called the Money Minute, and we were posting about Medicare, which is a very complex medical plan for seniors. And I asked Ruby, explain this to me very simply. And literally, I put in the prompt, and it sent out a perfect, so perfect description about Medicare, simplified. And I posted that, and I went, oh my gosh, this Ruby is genius. Like, she's my new best friend, because there's no way I could have created that on my own. And it was just a perfect marriage for what our post was. So that was really the genius of it. So my question to you is, Dr. Tanya, I do a lot of posting, a lot of messaging, a lot of liking and commenting on other posts, and we do generate original content. So I'm always unsure of like how to navigate posting on the times and stuff that's recommended, and then reposting my other content Is that conflicting, or is there anything that I should keep in mind when I'm doing that? Because this is obviously not our only platform that we're using. I mean, as far as like, this is the only AI tool, but then we have other things that we're sharing, other events we're attending and stuff.
So I try to create a schedule myself. That's just my personal way. So I try to do different things like, on Monday, maybe I'm just going to talk about my parenting book. On Tuesdays, I talk about the Work-Life Balance Summit. And that's how I organize that. Does that answer your question? Is that what you were asking me, or did I miss?
Um, yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but because we're posting and going to different events, is this going to conflict with what we're already doing? Or what should we be aware of so that it doesn't conflict? So, like,
Mm,
for example, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we post a money minute.
yep.
Sometimes my post for the money minute is going to be probably recommended at the same time that I'm posting for Ruby. So is there anything I should be aware of? How do I not get it so that they're fighting each other instead
Yeah.
of enhancing each other?
Well, I think there's a couple of ways. When you go into the scheduler on LinkedIn, there's the scheduler. Just make sure the times are different. You don't have to use the recommended times that are on here. You can use whatever time that you want to do. And you will probably know your audience, and your audience will start to know you. Like I like to post mine, but by about 6 o'clock in the morning. I know a lot of the people that I connect with, they're early birds, and they get up pretty early, and I see them on active. And so I post my content then, so learning kind of when your audience is going to go ahead and receive your content, I think is important. However, we can't always control all of the algorithms. I literally just had someone like a post from like October because it just got to their feed finally, so we can't always control that piece of it. Yeah.
Okay.
But there's a couple of things that are really cool too that can help you separate it out. So this is something that I have. When you have the larger package, you can have a few different workspaces. And so I have a workspace for creative living ideas. That's my company. And so I do a lot of things in that spot. I have a networking organization. So I do some different things on the networking. And so when I go to that workspace, then that keeps that work separate. And then I have my Ruby demos. So when I'm demoing for people or doing different things for Ruby, or I'm posting for Ruby, as you can see here, I just asked, explain how Ruby has 150 pre-built modules and how you can use them without needing to be a prompt engineer. So that was for a post for me to grab this, to put it in that social media module.
That's
Does that make
good.
sense? Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. How
Yeah.
about right now? I'm really using the 4 photos. Show me a way that I think you kind of talked about it, the dolly, or how you could come up with one photo at a
Yeah.
time.
So Dolly 3 is 1 credit because it creates 1 photo. And so you can put in here what you want Dolly 3 to create, or you can use Midjourney. It uses 4 credits because it creates 4 photos, and you can pick which style you want. Now, but Midjourney takes longer to produce. It's making 4
Right.
photos. And so it takes a little bit longer to produce, and you can check the different styles that you like. And so Dolly 3 does 1, and I like it, and they are different. They do have a different create an image of a butterfly in the Midwest over a field of yellow flowers. Let's say with a child running through it.
Wow.
That sounds nice, doesn't it?
That sounds beautiful.
And if you get stuck, you could ask Ruby, and Ruby can help create your prompt. So you can ask Ruby your question if you want to, and so she can help you create that. And then Dolly 3, runs and gets it started pretty good. And it does take a minute. If you leave the page right now, you will lose your image. So you kind of have to hang tight a little bit. But then you have your images forever. And that's something else that's really important for people to know, is that your images are yours forever. Oh, how beautiful is that?
That is
Wow.
gorgeous.
That is so pretty. That is exactly what I was imagining. Actually, we do have in the spring and summertime, we have fields of these beautiful yellow flowers in the Midwest and those beautiful butterflies. And so I'm going to grab this and I'll just recreate. I'm going to copy it just in case it leaves. And we'll do this mid-journey one, and you can see that a little bit different. And it uses more credits because, again, it's creating 4 images. These are all images that are yours. It's creating it special for you. It's not going to Upsplash and grabbing them. It's using your prompt to create them. And the cool thing, so many people are so concerned about AI, Leah, that, they worry about it, but they don't need to know how it works. Like, you don't have to worry about how it works because it's working for you. That's what the engineers are doing. We don't have to worry about that.
I have a question.
Yes.
What do you think about recycling the photos, since they are our photos? I have a few photos that I really, really liked that it created, and I'm going back and reusing those. I mean, what have you seen when people do that?
I think that if you get people to that interact with it and they like it, I would repost it. I would reuse it. Absolutely. You certainly can. Or put it on a flyer or put it on a website. Like, there's lots of different things that you can do. So this is a really beautiful image of children. Exactly. I want to talk about a couple other things, Leah, that you might be able to use. And Charita, thank you so much for being here. Good morning to you, dear. I know you weren't certain if you were going to make it today. It's early for you. Thank you so much for being here. So much. But there are other modules for you to use. And I don't know if you're aware of them. Do you ever do any presentations or anything like that?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Okay. Presentations all the time. And so this is a presentation builder that's in here. Now, it doesn't give you, sorry, it must be my marketing one. Let me look. It's going to make a liar out of me. No, it's in here. Hey, God. It is in here. I must have missed it. Right here, Ruby presentation generator. So this doesn't give you the PowerPoint, but it tells you the things that you could put on each one of the presentation slides. So if I use my virtual wellness summit one, then I'm able to see that what I want. So I can, grab that description that I have and I can drop it in here and I can say the topic is, oh my gosh. Because I want you leaving here with a few tools, okay? A few additional tools. And so this is, when you start a presentation and you're like, what do I need to do today? What should I put on it? What does it need to say? So you can put some things in there. You can determine the length of your presentation. So say we want it, under 30 minutes, and then we can click generate. And it will tell you what it recommends you should put on each slide. So it can tell you that. So it says the professional work-life balance. The subtitle is balancing personal and professional life. And then it, tells when it is, gives you the descriptions. The second slide would be maybe expert insights, learn from global leaders. This is where you would put information about the people that were presenting. Then some different actionable steps for yourself. And then colors. What colors should you use? I mean, how many times have you gone down that rabbit hole on Canva or on Google Slides or whatever, PowerPoint, and said, what do I want the slide to look like? Consider using images of serene natural landscapes. So for you, we would probably have topics about money, right?
Yeah.
We would be putting money and time in there, right? Some type of management like that, and so that is a great way to just get you started. And again, you could reproduce it as many times as you want, copy it, save it, and then drop those into those slides to get you started and get you somewhat organized. Yeah. And then the other thing I wanted to show you that I think would be really great for you is the stock email generator. There are a variety of different emails here that you can choose from. They're already ready. So those of you that are, you know, trying to use a chat system to generate some different types of things, we already have it for you so that it is ready to go. And so I can create this email by selecting these pieces. Always go in and do your persona. And then I can describe the goal of the email. What's the key message? What's the call to action? How long do I want the email to be? Any additional information.
Oh,
And
no.
so it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's really, really good. I definitely have my training wheels on with Ruby for sure, but I know what I've used has been effective. And it's
Mhm.
really helping me to fine tune my messaging, even in
Yes.
other, it leads to other things that I'm using, other content that I'm creating.
Right. And so like this is what type of email do you want? An introduction, a newsletter, customer service, follow-up, thank you, sales. So we could say a thank you for coming to the Work-Life Balance Summit. The key message is to thank attendees for coming to the Virtual Wellness Summit. Oh, the Work-Life Balance Summit. Okay. The call to action would be to come back again. And maybe the length is short and concise. And then I can generate a thank you.
That's
Maybe.
great.
It is great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Any other questions that you have?
Yeah, those are my main questions. I'm just really excited for people in my industry because I think oftentimes we think that it gets too complicated. A lot of people in my industry with my background really shy away from AI. They just think that it's gotta, it's just not going to work for our industry. But I'm really finding that it absolutely does. And I'm excited to use it with my team also. You just gave me another idea for team training. Sometimes I'm creating my PowerPoints and, maybe there's something in there that'll make it a little bit more engaging. So I really, really appreciate that. I hadn't even ventured into the email campaign at all. So you got
Yeah,
a lot of tools. I know there's a lot of moving parts. It's just a matter, I think, of taking it step by step and at least trying it out. I think any
right.
industry, if it can work for insurance and it can work for people who are motivational speakers. I mean, I'm seeing now more and more the circle of people I know are using it, which I love that. So, what
Yeah,
would you say, or because I share it with people, but sometimes they just don't get it, and so maybe I'm sure. I mean, I know I was the same way, right? So I'm kind of like feel like I'm talking to myself, and I say, just give it a try. What are some ways that you best describe this to people when you're sharing it with other people that you know that could benefit from using this tool?
well, I talk about the efficiency of it. I mean, it has made my life so efficient. When I purchased it for the first time, I was purchasing it for my company. I was not planning on being an affiliate. So I was purchasing it just for my own company, and I needed time. I was sitting on the couch. It was a Sunday morning at 6 a.m. I was trying to think of what else I wanted to say about the Work-Life Balance Summit, and I was stuck. I didn't have anything else to say different, and I needed to post a few more weeks. And I just messaged Heidi, who is my upline person, and I said, I need Ruby. And then the more I looked at it, I was like, here's the thing. It sells itself. I'm not knocking on doors to people.
Right.
I'm showing it to people, and people are saying, this will make my life a lot easier. And there's so many other components to it. Like you and I said, you got your training wheels on. I do too. I'm still learning so many pieces about it. Every time I meet with somebody else that's in it, they show me something different that they're doing. And it's really incredible to be able to learn from that. But there's things, there's meal plans you can do. There's health and wellness plans. There's fitness plans. There's financial goals that you can put together for yourself. Like there's so many pieces that you can use. And then as a parent, there's study guides, templates, there's lesson plan templates. I did an entire presentation a few weeks ago, so you can go back in or follow my YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see the presentations that you could do as a parent. You have activities you can do with your kids all summer. So many great things. You just have to start playing with it, think outside the box a little. And I want to share this. I'll share the pricing with everybody. Always upfront about the pricing. It's super inexpensive. This is a customer plan. You can reach out to Leah if you are interested, or myself if you're interested in being a customer. You don't have to be an affiliate. You can come in as a customer. These are our packages. Every package has words, credits, workspaces, a collaborator, personas. It's just how much of that do you want? And so, you can spend $20 a month, $30 a month, or $55 a month. Right now, $55 is our highest package. When version 2 comes out, and there's a lot more bells and whistles coming with that, then you'll be able to have a higher package than that. But this is just an incredible for anybody that's in business or anything, education, anything. And then if you want to be an affiliate, you can reach out to us. It's pretty simple to be an affiliate. All you have to do is purchase a package, pay your package every month, and you get 2 people to sign up underneath you, and they get 2 people. And it is as simple as just rolling through like that. So any questions on this, or do you think I covered that okay?
Oh yeah, you covered that so great. And the thing is, it's so affordable. Everybody should at least give it a chance to see, because different industries might use it different ways. I mean, I'm sharing with you the way I've used it, but just like Dr. Tanya shared, there are so many different elements to this. And if you talk to people and you're trying to get more talking to people, you probably need to get with Ruby.
Yeah. And the thing, and I hate, Ruby is already a beautiful product just the way she is, but version 2.0 is coming out in a month or so. And it is, a lot of people are saying, well, I already pay a subscription for this, and I already pay a subscription for that. Well, Ruby is going to have all of that for these prices. And so our owner, our CEO, said all of the packages that they're putting into Ruby would cost a person to purchase $300.
Wow.
And they're not changing their pricing. They're adding another package level, but they're not changing their pricing to come in as a customer and be able to have all of this. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would say, I would just end with this really quick, if I may, Dr. Tanya, is that clients that are reaching out to them, the engagement that I'm having is really more than I could ever imagine. People are asking me questions about things that I feel like I've never spoke about, but I can absolutely address and help with. So I'm not sure how this nuance works, but it's obviously sharing my message.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. My views and my interactions have totally increased by using it. 100%. I agree. I do agree. So, well, thank you, Leah, so much for being here tonight with us, and for, jumping in, using Ruby, being brave, trying new things. You can reach out to myself or Leah if you want more information. We'll help you, or if we don't know the answer, we'll find the answer for you. We'll guide you to who can help. And thanks, Leah, so much for being here tonight.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to end the stream. All right. Bye, everyone.